Channel 13's first video review. I'm here with some excellent company, the wonderful Alex Flores and the lovely Miss Shirley Moonspell. And today we'll be reviewing Spoetzl's Shiner's Black Lager. Now, at first impression, a very metal beverage, considering it has the heavy metal trademark colors of black and silver, or gray, at least from the looks of it and everything. From the impression I'm having here is that it is a very dark lager at that, hence the title, and also the smell that I've had the opportunity to really get a good whiff of. 4.9% alcoholic beverage, which means not really nothing too heavy on the alcohol side of things, so you can probably slam down a 6-pack of this and still have enough left over for maybe a couple of shots of whiskey or some more beer at your choice, of course. So without further ado, let's go right ahead and see if it can live up to its credentials.
Cheers.
Prost. Of course, we can never do a beer review without the official Channel 13 chalice. So what's your 2 cents on the matter?
Well, at first taste, you can taste the small malt in it. It's really smooth. It's not anything as dark as what you would imagine. The reason for that is the alcohol content, which doesn't make it that strong. It's really easy to slam down. And it was brewed by Cosmos, so...
Hey man, some power metal mania here, eh?
For those Lucas really fans.
And we are definitely not afraid of the dark. It's actually, I don't drink that many dark beer, but this one, it's really soft.
Yeah.
It's really...
Metal was always meant to be a very dark form of music. Even though there's some songs that are about fairy tales and dragons and so forth, but then again, that's where you have power metal and folk metal for, eh?
Yep. But yeah, it's a really good beer. It's really smooth, easy to pound. You can also taste a slight toffee flavor in it in the aftertaste. So if you like brown ales or black ales of that nature, then you'll enjoy this one.
What's funny is that the beverage in question, it's very, you know, for especially for something that's considered to be dark, and I agree with his assessment of the whole fact that it's a little bit smooth for a dark beverage, and typically the dark beverage is supposed to have, like for example the stouts and the Guinness style, you know, beers if you will, it's supposed to have like a very sticky aftertaste to it, you know, where it really like just dirties up your mouth, but not in a bad way, of course. And overall, I mean, this is just such a, you know, phenomenal beverage, and since it's from Spoetzl, you're talking about a traditional company that obviously has, you know, some very, very heavy roots in beer making, you know, especially considering this is a company founded by the German and Czech immigrants and so forth. And obviously, those are 2 countries that have been known to produce some excellent beers in the world. And overall, I mean, very decent beer, you know, nothing too heavy in the alcohol, very smooth, you know, very, very good at that. And as far as its metal credentials, aside from the fact that it just looks unbelievably just metallic. Dark and exactly metallic, that is one way we can work with it and everything. It's just that also considering that the company's mascot is a ram, and obviously that's like one of the most metal animals out there and everything. You want to talk about a, you know, beverage that, aside from the aesthetics and the design of the bottle, giving it that metal, you know, tone and everything, it's just the overall flavor. It's like the beauty of it is that, you know, it really gives the, I don't want to say the magnum kick if you will, but more like a very, very good little kick out of it. You know what I mean? It's not to say it's going to knock you out like the Skull Splitter beer that we've, you know, discussed before in Channel 13, or the Lucifer beer from the Head Anchor Brewery and everything, but this is actually not bad if you really want to have like an entryway to something a little bit more heavier and everything. But overall, I would say this is a pretty metal drink. Pretty metal drink considering the aesthetics of the design of the bottle, plus the, obviously the heavy metal call sign, and then the overall taste is pretty metal.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good beer to slam a 6-pack down, you know, and it is a good gateway opener, as you said. Actually, I was taking a look at the back peel here, and it's pretty inviting. It says, "Don't be afraid of the dark." So, yeah.
Fear of the dark.
The whole feeling to it is also, you know, like I said, it's just a bohemian black lager.
Yeah.
So it's already inviting.
Yeah, the fact that it's a lager, it has a slight kick to it. It's not a heavy kick. If you're talking about, like you mentioned, stouts and porters and all that, then they do have a heavier kick. But this is a good gateway opener for anyone interested in getting into good beers.
Yeah, the funny thing is that when I managed to pour this in the official Channel 13 chalice, the head that came out of this, very thick. I mean, that was like, whoa, how thick of a head can you ask for, eh? Good sign of a good beer.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, that overall sells it for the Shiner Block Lager. And again, heavily recommended. Many thanks to Alex and Shirley for their contributions to this. And that's it. Signing off.